We're coming outside to check on the chickens. It just stopped raining. Doesn't look like they're cooped up. Oh, look underneath the cherry bush. There's Chick Norris. And there's Karen. And way back there, you can see Attila the hen. Checking on the maters too. This is actually the only plant that I was able to save from all the seed starts I did myself. But as you can see, we've got quite a few going here. My tiny little peppers, I keep picking these off because they turn red, and they turn this crazy chocolate color first. And these are super chilies. I will be making ground cayenne out of it. We got a little jalapeno here. As you can tell, definitely needs to be weeded. My sunflower, which hopefully will come out today or tomorrow. I've got look at this. I've got my okra coming in. I only see, oh look. I've got more little ones coming in here. I've got one tiny little sucker back here where I thought I saw, oh, there he is. Over here, I have my one tiny little watermelon. This is actually a volunteer. It just started randomly among my onions. And I don't know where it came from exactly, but here it is. Nothing's happening really with cucumbers or squashes over here. But I do want to show you this. This little guy here actually was in my garden last year. And I pulled it inside at the end of the year and kept it alive. So this is its second year. And oh look, I have one. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I have one. I do believe these are sweet peppers, but I didn't think it would get past last winter, so I couldn't really tell you for sure. And these little spots here are from fish emulsion. I did a foliage treatment and it wasn't super happy. You can see it on these too. And look at this crazy little sucker. Look at that crazy little sucker. And I got another one. Badly needs weeded. Badly. It's just terrible out here. Got some strawberries going. These are my potato plants. They are just insane. Oh look, my little, I think these are called ace of spades. They're starting to grow too. Nice. Some heirloom maters that have decided to intertwine. I think these are brandywine. And over here, behind the bird netting, because my chickens decided they wanted to eat absolutely everything they could, I've got a loofah sponge started. Pretty stoked about that one. And that's another heirloom tomato. We started running out of heirloom room, so we just put it wherever we can. Our attempt at making a shadow box over the chicken bath. And this right here is going to be our fall garden. Just right along this area here. If you see, we had some trellises over there with cattle panels. We're gonna bring it over here and do the same basic thing. But what's most exciting is how well these plants are doing. Look at these. Look at that. This is why we decided to do the fall garden back here, because of the insane. These were actually planted more than 30 days after anything you just saw in the garden. Oh, look at this beautiful flower. Look at it. Oh, problem is I'm having trouble finding females, so I can't quite pollinate yet. That's okay. Look at these potatoes. These potatoes come up to my chest. That's nuts. And my failed attempt at mustard. This will be pulled out soon, and we're actually going to plant some sunflowers in there that Doug planted. He calls them his dirt sons because he's a freaking weirdo. Gosh, maybe that is a female starting? I don't know. They usually are smaller. And here is my dwarf or columnar apple tree. And my horrific dog and chickens have eaten all but 2. Now this is my 3rd year with this columnar apple tree. It is self-pollinating, and I have gotten fruit off of it before, but inedible, as they just weren't mature. The tree wasn't mature enough to turn them into full fruit. But look at that frickin' Japanese beetle. I got a little Japanese beetle damage, but nothing compared to a couple of years ago. And this is my peach tree. It's about the same age as my other one. It is a dwarf peach tree. Looks like I've got myself a friendly little spider in here. I can't see them, but you can definitely see the nest. I've got quite a few peaches on here, and it just doesn't look like the tree is strong enough to put them to full fruit, and that's unfortunate because it's pretty much full of them. My raspberries, look at those beautiful sons of guns. Look at that. Now this is the 3rd year for this bad boy too, and it's been producing fruit, but my dog ate it off to the nub last year, and I had to cover it with bird netting again because the chickens and the dog. And this is my manvilla. This is the 1st year I've had it. It started off right about here, and it's just taken off. Isn't that gorgeous? So I had to come back out here to my okra plant because I want that's big pickling size right now. You like to actually catch them a bit smaller, but I didn't realize how big it was until I brought you all out here. So I'm gonna snip it off. You will need a pair of scissors because look at that spine. Isn't that nuts? So plop that off, and the earlier you harvest these, the more fruit it will produce. So I want to do that relatively quickly, but these things are getting large. And while I have your attention, I was going to go back over and talk to you about the raspberry plants, but first I have to lock us up, because if I don't, the chickens will get in, so will the dog, and we'll be having chicken for dinner. But my raspberry plants, I told you that my dog had ate them off. but probably all the way down to here. And so they were standing about as tall as the bird feeder there. And then he ate them off. But this is how well it has come back. This happened last fall, and it gave me fruit this year. So resilient plants. These are. And this one, this poor little guy, I just bought this year because I thought this one was dead. Turns out it's not. And this one is the replacement. So I think we're gonna have a ton of raspberries. Oh yeah.